Hey guys, Daniel back with Fat Guy Fitness, and I wanted to take some time to again just answer a question that I've been asked kind of a bit, and that is, what are some of the things that you eat? You know, we've talked about, how'd you lose the weight, and one of the things I really talked about was tracking. One of the major things, or really the major thing you have to track, is what you eat. And so I wanted to take some time and real quickly go through some things. I did some grocery shopping today. I wanted to show you guys some of the things that I eat. So here we go. So here I've got some of the main protein sources that I have for the week. I try to eat lean proteins, things like chicken, turkey, lean hamburger meat. And so I want to show some of those things to you guys. And I'll try and get where the camera see these, and I'll put some of the macros up for you guys. So the first thing I have is this turkey breast cutlets. And this is something that you can get from Walmart. And I like these. I'll throw them on the grill. I'll try and season them, and they're just, again, a good lean protein source. There are 120 calories per serving. That's a half a gram of fat, no carbs, 28 grams of protein per 4 ounces, and so good protein source. I also have ground turkey, 97% fat free, and so there's that. And the macros on this are 3 grams of fat, no carb, 26 grams of protein, for a total of 140 calories per 4 ounce serving. And so there are 20 ounces in this, and I'll try and break this up, usually depending, couple meals, things like that. My go-to protein is chicken, boneless, skinless. I don't like chicken breasts. I'm kind of a chicken tenders kind of guy. Just because I think that the breasts tend to dry out a little bit more, and I really like the flavor I feel like stays with tenders. So I get these again from Walmart. Chicken tenders, boneless, skinless, and the macros on these are half a gram of fat, no carbs, and 22 grams of protein per 4 ounce serving. I'll get a couple of these at a time. I'll grill them, throw some seasoning on them. This is a protein source I've used a lot on this journey, but have not as of recent because it is a little more fatty. You can get these from Walmart. I work for Walmart. I work at a food distribution center, so that really doesn't mean much, but just I work for Walmart. I do a lot of my shopping at Walmart. And this is pork shoulder brisket. And I like these. I'll throw them on the grill again. And the macros on this are 5 grams of fat, 1 carb, and 22 grams of protein per 4 ounce serving. And this just has more flavor. I also try to be careful of this because of the sodium content in it. Also, I had already thrown this in the freezer, but I have extra lean ground beef, and this is 96% lean, 4% fat. So you can see that. I get that over in the meat department. They were on sale, so I grabbed a few of these, threw them in the freezer. The macros on this are 4 grams of fat, no carbs, 24 grams of protein. So high in protein, again, that's 4 ounces per serving. The protein I've been using as of late has been this Isopure zero carb, the creamy vanilla. I just really like the taste, and there's 50 grams of protein per serving, and you also get your BCAAs in here. And so I really like that. Actually, that's how I start my day. It's a protein shake just because I get up so early. I don't want to fix breakfast. It's like 3:30 in the morning, 3:15 in the morning. Do not want to cook, so it really works out well. I'll get this, throw some PB2 in there, which I have here, some PB2. I really like peanut butter, but I can't keep it in the house because I'll just eat it up. Just being real with you guys. Can't keep it in the house because there's no such thing as a single serving. There's just a single jar. As I mentioned before, I'm really a meat and potatoes kind of guy, so you guys have seen the protein sources. Next, really, it's mostly potatoes, things that I'll eat with there. I do like fruit and some other things, but one of the things I really like are these Steam Fresh by Bird's Eye, the roasted red potatoes. Let's see if we can get those. And the macros on these, there's 2 servings per bag. There's 2 grams of fat, 26 carbs, 3 protein. Again, 2 servings in there. Usually the way I do my carbs and my proteins and stuff, I can do larger amounts. So I'll eat a whole bag with some protein for dinner. Something new that Bird's Eye came up with, it's the Steam Fresh again. They're sour cream and onion potatoes. Just again, the Steam Fresh bag. There's 2.5 grams of fat, 32 carbs, 4 grams of protein in one of these. So again, just loving my potatoes. Green Giant, you guessed it, potatoes. Backyard grilled potatoes. Had these for the first time the other day. These are pretty good. 3 grams of fat, 20 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein. There's 3 servings in a bag, so I've got to have a lot of carbs to be able to get that down. Well, something new I got the other day. This is pretty cool. It's protein blends by Bird's Eye. See if you can see that. And I had one of these with my lunch today. I cooked up some ground hamburger and mixed this in after I cooked it in the microwave. And man, it was a great meal. I missed breakfast, so I was trying to get in a lot of calories at lunchtime, and it was really good. There are 4.5 grams of fat, 53 grams of carbs, 14 grams of protein per serving. There's 2 in here, so that's 106 grams of carbs. It's really great. Did a pound of that lean hamburger meat, had that in there, all mixed up. It was great. Ate it actually over about probably an hour, hour and a half time, but really like that. This has this is a Southwest style. It has whole grains, black beans, corn, lentils, red bell peppers, and sauce. Super good, super good. And then also just regular old potatoes sometimes. I'll take a bag of potatoes, cook them up, might do some meal prep, cook up some chicken and throw it in there, just something easy to take to lunch. I also have just a simple baked potato. We'll throw that in, microwave or whatever, microwave that. I do eat things, carbs that aren't potatoes. I really do love apples, just real simple apple slices you could get. Again, just whatever grocery store you shop at. There's not a lot of calories in these. I think there's like 35 calories per little pouch. I'm a fan of Fiber One bars. To me, this is my dessert. So, Fiber One bars are an easy snack. I'll use those when I'm at work, just to get some carbs to help give me energy through the day. I love, 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 love bananas. Again, another carb, just really tasty. And again, I'll use these for snacks at work. One of my guilty pleasures, because I do love chips. Who doesn't love chips? And I love Pringles. I get these fat-free Pringles, and the truth is, if I can get this to focus maybe, or not, is that you can never have one and you can never have less than 1 sleeve of Pringles. And for a whole one of these, it's 350 calories, just straight carbs. There's 15 grams of carbs per serving, 5 servings, so 75 grams of carbs for 1 sleeve of these. There's 2 grams of protein per serving and no fat. So, love my chips. If I'm looking just for another snack, I also picked up these 100-calorie healthy butter popcorn. Again, just another snack if I'm trying to hit some more carbs, things of that nature, but also it's just a snack food. We all like to snack sometimes, but it's also good to have some good go-to options to keep yourself from just going overboard. I also want to take a second and talk about seasonings, toppings, condiments, whatever, because when we cook, the reality is if we just cook food the way it is, a lot of times it's not going to taste that great. You know, it's important not to be using a lot of oils, things like that. Usually I'll use a cooking spray. Sometimes I'll use some extra virgin olive oil, just a little bit. Again, I'll measure it out, track my macros on that, but good healthy fat. But a lot of times I'll use cooking spray. And when I'm trying to be good, I'll stress that. A lot of times I'll use these salt-free seasonings. The truth is, there's Mrs. Dash, Perfect Pinch. And the truth is we don't want a ton of sodium. Sodium's gonna just lock some extra water weight into our body. But as I said before, I've got a really physical job. I sweat a ton, and so the sodium isn't really hurting me that bad. And because of that, when I'm not being good, my 2 favorite things are garlic salt. I'm addicted to garlic salt. And I'll talk about the other thing here in a minute, but this has become my new favorite seasoning, and you cannot see that. I needed to focus. It's not gonna focus. This is by Weber, and it's garlic sriracha seasoning, and it's like they've taken sriracha flavor and added it with garlic salt, and it's the greatest thing in the world to me. I'll throw it on my chicken or just whatever meat, throw it on the grill. It tastes amazing, love it. So those are some of the seasonings I use. As far as condiments, I do like ketchup, and I use it sometimes, but I'll use the reduced sugar just because that way I can make sure I'm not having like a ton of carbs that I can really track and make sure I'm not going overboard. And my favorite of all is this beastly stuff, sriracha sauce or sriracha. I'm probably not even saying it right. It doesn't matter as long as it's on my food, in my mouth. It's amazing, awesome, tasty, love it. I also have some hot sauce. I'll throw some hot sauce sometimes. Again, with some of these things, you really got to watch, like sriracha, there are carbs in it, so you want to make sure you're tracking those. It's really easy for those to add up because we're just conditioned to just squeeze toppings on stuff and then we don't track it. So we really have to watch that, but also the sodium content, make sure we're not going crazy on those things. But those are some of the things I eat, I enjoy. Again, find the things that you're gonna enjoy, but make sure you track them, let it fit within your diet. Make sure you track your macros and stay on track.